For the Portland Fleet, it's been a season of ups and downs, and Portland tonight is trying to keep that roller coaster season alive, hosting Pacific rival Vancouver, who as of late has been a team they've had that they've had their number against as the Legion try and better their playoff positioning here this evening. Good evening and welcome to Evo 9X Stadium in Portland, along with Mike St. Green, Ron Haynes, and Gerald Smith in our stat truck. I'm Cameron Irvine, and points. We're ready for him tonight, Mike.
Yes, sir, Cam. Based on that first matchup, we are definitely going to see a lot of points here tonight. Both offenses are very explosive, and both defenses are very questionable. We have two teams that are in very similar situations. Vancouver, they're in an unfamiliar similar situation of being right now on the playoffs, outside of the playoffs, looking in, possibly needing to win out to make it into the playoffs. In Portland, they're kind of in a very familiar situation of being 4-6, needing to win out and possibly get into that 6-6 matchup that matchup that they're typically accustomed to. But at this time, Cam, if they can win out with that strength of victory that they have, they'll probably get in.
Yeah, well said, Mike. I think Vancouver is very much on an island of unfamiliar territory, and I know that next week when they play Seattle, they're really gonna have something to say about that. The new Pacific Division champions, Portland, been here, done that, and just trying desperately to finally make the playoffs. If they win out, they would have a pretty decent shot of getting in, but they got to take it one step at a time. The ball's on the tee, the hands in the air, kick it on Monday night. We are underway this afternoon in the setting sun of Portland, Oregon, as Brett Killian on the return gets cracked at the 26-yard line, and Christian Brown will start off tonight's football game for Vancouver.
Christian Brown hasn't had a season that we're accustomed to. 14 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. 14 interceptions are high in the league, about fifth or sixth in the league with the most interceptions. He's got to control that tonight if Vancouver wants to win this game.
Who would have thought we'd be saying that? 14 picks was like third worst in the SFL. We're almost done with the regular season. Brown looking to improve on that here tonight. The 5-5 Legion are 3.5-point dogs on the road here as Logan Lee tried to bust it outside, and Portland's defense was all over that. That was Dale McLean with the stop, no gain.
Yeah, definitely a great start for that Portland defense. The last time I was here, Cam, they really had trouble slowing down DJ Moses in that Arizona offense.
Chris Curtis, who was mentioned by Mike O'Neill in pregame, goes in motion. Matched up on Chris Stock. Brown scrambling and overthrew his intended target off the mark. Will set up a 3rd down and 10. I think he was looking for McMichaels there over the middle.
This is going to be an early big 3rd down, Cam, I believe. Vancouver, they need to get off to a great start. Portland, put up 50+ the last time they played. I think ball control and controlling the clock is going to be key to victory here tonight for the Legion.
3rd and 10. Can Portland get an early stop here in what we expect to be a shootout? Heavy blitz. Brown has it picked up, and the pass is caught in coverage. Brett Killian just over the outstretched reach of Bernard Smith. What a play by Brett Killian down the field.
Yeah, Brett Killian, one of the best to ever do it, Cam, coming up big right there on the 3rd down, moving the chains, a big catch, beating the defender, and picking up a big 1st down for Vancouver.
All things considered, Mike, that was a really tough assignment for Bernard Smith, and he was all over Brett. Just lost the matchup. Man, if you're going to bring the blitz like that, you got to hit home. 1st and 10 as Vancouver gets down to the Vancouver 47-yard line. Brown, quick throw. Again, that pass was off the mark as Mel Davis is hitting McMichaels right about at that 5-yard marker right before illegal contact, Mike, to bust up the play.
Vancouver, they were trying to hit a little slant route right there, but Mel Davis, perfect timing, knocking it away, bringing up a 2nd down.
Christian Brown off to a 1-for-3 start. That pass to Brett Killian went for 27 yards. 2nd down and 10. Brown going to throw again. Brown sacked from the back. Brody Gulch brings him down, a loss of 2 yards. And we'll see if Vancouver on another 3rd and long can manage to get off the field.
Need to really bring in a lot of early pressure at Christian Brown camp. Brody Gulch right there with a great blitz from that weak side with a big hit on Christian Brown. He's lucky he hung on right there and not fumbled that ball.
Just a 2nd sack for Gulch, one of 10 Fleet defenders with a sack this season. They're coming again, it looks like. 3rd and 12. Slot corners up on the line in the dime look. They mix up the blitz this time. Brown off his back foot. Incomplete pass. Looking for Brett Killian, but he couldn't bail him out that time. And Portland will get the first stop of the night.
A great opening series by the Portland Fleet defense. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. Now they can put that high-powered offense on the field and see if they can get up early in this ball game.
Stephen Hacker wanted more Mike St. Green, so I turned his volume up. There you go. You're wanted everywhere, Mike. I know you know that.
Hey, you're not telling me anything that I don't know, Cam.
Punt is away. And from the 20, Portland won't get much on that return. That's Scott Johnson, who's been an electrifying returner. Look at Robert Redford bringing him down on special teams. So Cyrus Jive comes out onto the field for his first offensive possession. 17 touchdowns and 10 picks.
Cyrus Jive, he's been one of the better quarterbacks this season. 17 touchdowns. That's also one of the tops in the SFL. But we're going to see a lot of Ezekiel Love, over 1,600 yards on the season.
Love 6th in the league in rushing yards, and he takes the carry off the left side. Picks up 6 on the play. This Vancouver defense has been pretty good against the run. 4.8 yards a carry, about middle of the road.
It's an experienced group over there, Cam, so it's kind of surprising to see the amount of points that they give up, but it's going to be key for them to slow down Ezekiel Love if they want to win this game.
2nd down and 4. Nelson Lozano goes in motion. Handoff, Love, and Love breaks a tackle. He's got a first down to the 32-yard line, and Portland moves the chains. Nice start for the Fleet here at home.
Yeah, definitely a good opening start for the Fleet. They're doing exactly what they want to do here starting out. They may want to control the clock as well and keep that Vancouver offense off the field because, this game was back and forth the first time around. And both teams will want to control the clock and move these chains.
Handoff, Love. Love up the middle, picks up, there's an injured player. Who is that down? Ooh, Drew Hamilton. That is a terrible injury for Vancouver. They lost Mark Lopez earlier this season, Mike, and it really killed them because they did not have a backup. J.J. Winfield is the backup strong safety for Vancouver. There's going to be some pressure on him now moving forward.
Yeah, that's going to be huge if Drew Hamilton cannot come back into this game. In my opinion, probably one of the most underrated safeties, in this game. And if he can't come back, that's going to be a huge blow to this Vancouver defense.
He leads the team in tackles with 68 coming in. 2nd down and 4. Handoff to Ezekiel Love. Love's got a first down, and Love gets it up to the 49-yard line, wrapped up by DJ Woods. So the two teams sharing different philosophies early offensively, as Portland relying on their ground game.
Yeah, coming out, Cam, it looks like Portland are not interested in a high-flying, high-scoring game. They've run the ball every time out, and we're going to see if we're going to get more of that. But it looks like they're coming out in a 4 wide right here.
4 straight carries for Love. Leading receiver on this team is Israel Adams. 55 catches. That's 12th in the SFL. Cyrus Jive nearly sacked. And that's Israel Adams right on cue with a first down. Caught it off his shoestrings and those nice orange shoes for Portland in their all blacks tonight.
That's a nice grab by Israel Adams right there. Kind of underthrown. He goes down and gets it and picks up nice yardage.
Nice grab. Had plenty of space on the outside as well. What have you? I know that you're a uniform guy, Mike. You've often talked about Vancouver. What have you thought about what Portland's come out in this season? I've liked everything they've thrown at us. Very classic.
Well, Portland, uniform-wise, since their inception, they've been one of my favorite teams to come into the league, and I've pretty much liked everything that they've always put together, and they always seem to do a great job of doing that.
Jive, back to pass, fires down the field. That is intercepted. Picked off by Mark Lopez on a bang-bang throw. Our first turnover of the game, and both defenses have shown up tonight.
Yeah, that's a big play right there, Cam, especially after losing Hamilton. Mark Lopez steps up and says, hey, the secondary, we're going to be okay, and comes up with a big pick, big turnover, and Vancouver, they're going to be on the move.
Interesting.
You didn't ask me how I felt about Vancouver's uniforms.
Well, go right ahead. We got plenty of time.
They're plain and they're white.
Now you're just not noticing all the striping, because they definitely have the striping. You're just biased in your own mind. Christian Brown drops to throw, fires it. That pass is caught for a 8-yard gain. That's to Chris Curtis. Let's go over the starting lineups for these two teams. The Vancouver Legion offense is very talented. Christian Brown, Austin Blanco, your couple of quarterbacks, and there's Blanco in right now. Logan Lee, Robert Redford, Sawyer Stern in the backfield. We'll get to the rest of the offense here in a moment. 2nd down and 2. Blanco's thrown one pass this season. He tosses it out to Logan Lee, and a poor run angle by McLean is going to get Logan Lee a first down. Your talented wide receivers on this Vancouver team: Chris Sinceri, Brett Killian, Timothy Mossam King, Zoro Lunar, Chris Curtis. Tight end Zabad Ruiz II, Stephen McMichaels, who's been targeted twice already tonight. Very talented group up front at the tackle position: Mike Coverson and Perrin Ibarra. And then at guard, Michael Percoco. Center is Mike Newtones, out of retirement, picked up earlier this season. Toss, Logan Lee gets rid of McLean, and Lee will pick up 4 yards. That's that toss play that O'Neill was talking about in pregame.
Yeah, that toss play is going to be big in this game, and you brought up that offensive line, Cam. That's a great and experienced offensive line that Vancouver has, and they're going to have to do some dirty work and get more running lanes for Logan Lee in this game for sure.
Hamilton brings up a good point in the chat that I'd forgotten about. The injury to Mark Lopez was against Portland, and that was one of the big reasons why Vancouver gave up 54 points in that first matchup, as Logan Lee has a first down to about midfield, maybe just on the other side in Portland territory. So yeah, this Portland team has been kind of a thorn in Vancouver's side health-wise.
And Logan Lee, Cam, did a nice job of that tippy-toeing the sidelines right there. Could have possibly stepped out, but stayed in, moved the sticks, moved the chain. First down, Vancouver.
4:45 left in a scoreless game. Over under 65.5. I think that's the highest over under this season. The first meeting was 64.5, so Jack Stata slapped another point on there. Dump off to Logan Lee, and in the open field, Brody Gulch makes the stop. This Portland defense, led by Gulch, Joseph Lama, and Lucas Gilbert, along with Mel Davis at the linebacking core. On the line, Robert Brouwer, Ricky Phillips, Luis Negron, and Jabu McSlim. In the secondary, Chris Stock, Derek Majors, Leo Morris, Ryan Cook, Bernard Smith, and Dale McLean. 2nd and 9. Toss. Redford breaks a couple of tackles, but Bernard Smith there to clean it up. Portland, early on at least, Micah, containing these outside runs. They're throwing bodies at the football.
Yeah, they're definitely doing a fantastic job controlling the run, and actually doing a pretty good job on the pass as well. It seems like both of these defenses are not interested in this game going to that 65 over.
Christian Brown is 3 for 6 for 36 yards to start. Brown changes the play at the line on another critical 3rd and 8 just beyond midfield. We've been here before. Timothy Mossam King is in the game and goes in motion. A big target for Christian Brown. 6'6", 226. Brown against a blitz. Picked up. Brown, pass caught, but short of the sticks as the blitz forced Brown to get it out of his hands early. Dale McLean makes the wrap-up tackle on Brett Killian, and Portland's defense gets off the field again.
A great job by Dale McLean right there, stopping Brett Killian short of the sticks, forcing another punt.
Correction in the chat from Jack Stata, second highest, 68.5. Indy, Minnesota, part 2. And we all know how that turned out. That was a very defensive football game. Fair catch called for at the 17-yard line by Johnson. Vancouver doing a good job of preventing Scott Johnson from getting it going in the return game. Portland's offense Includes Cyrus Jive, Ezekiel Love, Jacob Farmer in the backfield, Israel Adams, Ryan Davis, Michael Knight, Scott Johnson, your receivers. Tight end Nelson Lozano Jr., along with a talented line of their own. Tackles Jay Warren and Randy Fatt III. The guard is Tyler Spencer. And the center is Jaden Taylor. 3:06 to go in the first. Nelson Lozano splits out wide. 7 in the box for Vancouver's defense. Portland backed up to their own end zone, and Cyrus Jive hit as he threw. That pass falls incomplete. Jive's 1 for 3.
Yep. Vancouver came with a blitz that time, getting to Jive and breaking that up. It's been an interesting contrast here. Vancouver, they've kind of been balanced on the offensive side. Portland, they will run heavy on their first drive. We're going to see what they do with the second drive, see if they can put it up in there and put some yards under it.
Split backs on second down. Vancouver brings the house, and Love runs past it. Love picks up 5. After the play, was cleaned up by Josh Farnsey.
Yeah, Vancouver, they're looking to bring a lot of pressure, Cam. Look like they want like some type of run blitz right there. Ezekiel Love was able to escape a little bit and pick up 5.
3rd and 5. A fascinating start to this one. Jive on the rollout. Fires into traffic looking for Adams in double coverage. That's broken up. Vancouver gets the stop. 4 possessions, no points here, Mike, in typical Monday night fashion.
And not what we expected to see coming in tonight, Cam. But hey, both defenses, they have pride. They said, hey, we cannot have what we had the last game, and they're showing up to say, hey, we're part of this game as well, and they're definitely showing it so far in the first quarter.
The punt is away, and a good opportunity to return up to the 42-yard line. And that'll bring up, or check that to the 44-yard line. That'll be the best starting field position of any team here so far today.
Yeah, I was going to say that's an excellent starting field position for Vancouver. We'll see if they can make something out of this. Portland defense going to have to bow their necks right here to keep them out of the end zone and off the scoreboard.
Logan Lee, 20 yards on 4 carries to start. Redford's got 1 carry for a yard. Brown 4 for 7, 42 yards. Toss left. Portland all over it. Robert Redford only picks up 1. Both these teams have been in the film room. I mean, this is just a totally polar opposite game that we saw just a month ago.
Yeah, Vancouver's been toss heavy, but Portland, they've definitely been prepared for it every time they've run it. That's been about 5 times they've run it, and Vancouver hasn't done much with it.
Brown nearly sacked. Gulch went for his legs. Chris Curtis makes the catch near a first down. Wow, Brown got really lucky there. He didn't get crumbled up.
Yeah, Vancouver looked like they got a spot that Houston got against Texas this weekend on that one. It looked like he had a first down there, but they marked it a little short.
I was waiting for the perfect opportunity to bring that up, but you brought it up already. Blanco pitches it outside to Logan Lee's not going to get there. Vancouver's run game, 2 vanilla right now, and Mel Davis stops him for a loss of 1.5. They'll have to punt.
Another great play by the former defensive rookie of the year, Brody Gulch, with another great play right there. He didn't come up with the tackle, but he definitely slowed Robert Redford down enough for Gilbert to clean it up.
What's going to be interesting to see is how these two offenses adjust. Scott Johnson somehow made 2 people miss right in front of him. He is shifty. Gets the ball up to the 24-yard line.
That's Scott Johnson, dangerous return man, former running back out of Las Vegas. You couldn't find probably a better person to put back there returning kicks and punts than Scott Johnson. He can break it at any time.
If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career or just meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. That's a 2-yard pickup for Ezekiel Love. Let's meet that Vancouver Legion defense, led up front by Achilles Papatonis, Cabrin Womack, Gerald Giudice, and Michael Rury. Papatonis leads the league in sacks coming into the week with 9. Linebackers Josh Farnsey, DJ Woods, Marquise Reed, The secondary, Emmanuel Blackman, Michael Lister, Zach Lay, Will Stern, Mark Lopez, Drew Hamilton, and J.J. Winfield, as that pass caught by Israel Adams for a first down to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, nice little post crossing route there. Jive and picking up the first down there with Israel Adams, like right behind the linebackers there, right, found a little soft place in the zone, picks up his first down.
Cyrus Jive, 168 completions coming into the game, 16th in the SFL. So, you know, Portland often gets thrown around as, all they can do is run, but their passing game has improved this season over what we saw in the old era of the SFL. Good news for them, but now they got to string it together in the form of wins. Israel Adams with his third catch. He has all of the catches amongst the receiving corps to end the quarter.
A great way to end the quarter. And it's good to get Israel Adams involved with this offense early, and they look like they may have found something here late in the first quarter that's working for them.
End of the first. Are you kidding me? 0-0 between Vancouver and Portland. Man, I love this time of year. You're watching the Monday Night Spectacular on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Along with Mike St. Green, I'm Cameron Irvine, Ron Haynes, and Gerald Smith, our all-star crew in the stat truck tonight. They've had a pretty easy night so far.
You said I thought you were getting ready to say the entire crew was all-star, but I'll take it. I'll take what I can get.
Negatory. Cyrus Jive. Back to pass. That's caught Michael Knight over the outstretched arms of, I think that was Mark Lopez in coverage. Knight with his first catch moves the chains.
I really like what I'm seeing here from Portland with this drive, Cam. They tried to get Ezekiel Love involved early, and then, you know, weren't passing it much, maybe a couple of pass attempts. But now you see them getting the receivers involved. A couple of passes, they find a little soft zones over the middle. They may have saw something over the middle that they like and pick and move the chains 3 times in a row on pass plays. Yeah,
that was Farnsey, the linebacker again, and I agree with you, Mike. They got Love going early, averaging 6.4 yards a carry to start, so they know they can go back to him, and now Jive is heating up, 5 for 8 for 61 yards. Knight, who just had the catch, goes in motion. Lost coach. Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for the compliment in the chat. Jive. Deep. Adams caught. First down to about the 12. Israel Adams cooking over 50 yards in the first half.
Yeah, another great job. Another great connection. Jive to Israel Adams. You see him right there. Aimed a little kind of skinny post. This time a little deeper. Jive finds him right between the safeties. It's up first down again.
Portland at 4-6. They have to get a win. They have no path at 4-7. They play Los Angeles next week, who has nothing to play for except pride. But LA's been playing some pretty good football the last month of the season. Jive going to the end zone. That pass almost hauled in as that pass over the wrong shoulder of Nelson Lozano. He nearly turned around and snagged it, but he'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that was a tough try, but my coaches always tell me if you get your hands on it, you should probably catch it. Nelson Lozano could have brought that down for 6 and put Portland ahead, but hey, second down and 10, in great shape right here outside of the 10-yard line.
3 receiver look. Trap play, Love. Love breaks off a tackle. Love inside the 5. Touchdown! Portland, they're on the board.
A fantastic run there by Ezekiel Love. Broke through 4, 5, 6 tackles, it seems like. Gets into the end zone, put Portland ahead in this very important matchup. Portland should go up 7 after the extra point.
The blimp is here, and the party has begun in Portland, who's won the last 3 meetings over Vancouver, unbelievably, after Vancouver won the first 5 in this series. You don't often see that. We see a lot of matchup histories, Mike, as broadcasters, and you don't usually see a team lose 5 straight games only to win the last 3. Kick is good.
Yeah, in that type of situation, if you told someone the series was 5-3, you'd probably think it was a little back and forth in there. But yeah, it's hard to find a series where it's a 5-game streak here and then a 3-game streak the other way. But we know Portland's a relatively new franchise in this league, and they struggled early on, but they've done a better job over the last few seasons. So I can understand if they won the last 3 matchups.
Kick return, Killian out to the 32-yard line. Pretty decent starting field position for Vancouver. Brown hasn't played bad. 5 of 8 of 50 yards. Has not been able to connect with a couple of the McMichaels over the middle. But the real story so far in this game, Mike, for Vancouver's offense is just how they're going to potentially pivot out of this this outside run style they love to play. Portland's all over it.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. They may have to start, trying to run inside or try to get this passing game going. Get to the Chris Curtis, Brett Killian, great receivers on this team. They're going to have to get those guys involved.
They both have 2 catches early. Toss outside. This time a key block. That one from Zorro Lunar, I believe, on the outside. And that springs Redford for a 7-yard pickup.
That's probably the best pickup on that toss play. Cam, Logan Lee did have a first down run earlier, but Robert Redford probably the best run of the day for the Legion.
2nd and 3. Feels like playoff football, doesn't it? Week 13. Just 14 games, including this one, left in the regular season. Logan Lee up the gut, first down to the 46-yard line. And look, Mike, when you run outside all the time and your opponent game plans for it, guess what's open? Right up the middle.
Yeah, that's for sure, Cam. They definitely have to make an adjustment to that, but you have to keep them honest a little bit. So yeah, a couple of run plays up the middle can definitely make Portland have to make adjustments.
4-man rush. Brown dumps it off. McMichaels makes the most of his opportunity, picks up 4 on the play. Set up a 2nd down and 6.
They've really done a great job on the outside.
Yep.
Defensive end there made a great play there to slow that down. Linebackers on the outside to make it, pursuing plays are really great and forcing Vancouver to have to make break tackles and get any yards out there.
Flip out. Lee gonna lose 3 on the play. Wow. Derek Majors with the TFL for the Fleet. 3rd and 9.
And one of my favorite players in the league, Derek Majors, he's part of that SFL quarterback fraternity that switched positions, Cam. So he's definitely one of my favorite players in the league.
That was his 6th TFL of the season. 3rd and 9. Brown's pass wide open, caught. Zorro Lunar first down. Crazy stat, Mike, about this Portland Fleet defense. Every single player on this defense outside of Lucas Gilbert has a TFL this season, which, I mean, that's hard to do. That's every.
Yeah, that is definitely hard to do, Cam. That means these guys are bringing blitzes and heavy pursuit pretty much on every play on defense.
And to give Vancouver credit, only Michael Lister on their squad does not have a TFL as well. So both these teams really mix it up defensively, get a lot of players involved. 6:38 to go in the first half. Vancouver now starting to string together their best offensive drive of the night. Brown rolls out. Christian Brown down the field. That pass is caught. That is Stephen McMichaels with his 2nd catch. That's now 3 different players on this offense with a couple of grabs, and Brown is 8 of 11.
Yeah, a couple of interesting little routes that Vancouver has run the last couple of times. More of a crossing routes that they're running to kind of clear those linebackers and safeties and getting guys on the run, and they pick up first downs on both plays.
Now the offenses are starting to cook here after the first quarter was a feeling out process. Flip out. Redford being chased by Brody Gulch. Eventually, he has a teammate help him out. That was Bernard Smith cleaning it up, 3-yard gain.
These offensive, Cam, they have definitely made adjustments on both sides. Vancouver made their adjustments their last series. Portland made their adjustments the last series and look like Vancouver, they're doing more of the same.
Handoff. Redford. Wow. Open field tackle from Derek Majors. Sublime. Will force a 3rd down and 6 so far tonight. Vancouver is 2 for 5 on 3rd downs.
Yeah, 3rd down and 6. I will say look for these tight ends again, Cam. They found something on the last 2 first down plays. Let's look for a play to one of the tight ends here.
Brown Down the field, pass caught. 1st and goal down to the 8. Chris Curtis's 3rd catch.
Wasn't a tight end, Cam, but Chris Curtis is big as a tight end. Look how big that guy is. So he definitely makes the catch, moves the chains in 1st and goal.
6'5", 220. Actually taller than McMichaels.
I think he on the light scale, Cam, when they send 225.
Probably right. 1st and goal at the 8. Brown into the end zone. Touchdown! Who cares about the flag? They didn't need it. Vancouver's on the board.
Yeah, Cam, that was a nice back shoulder throw there. He was basically blanketed by Derek Majors, but Christian Brown kind of threw it behind him on the back shoulder, and Chris Curtis made the adjustment. Great catch. Vancouver has a chance to tie this game up.
Curtis, 36 yards on 4 catches and a touchdown early, and what a start for Christian Brown. 10 of 13, 102 yards. Touchdown, no picks, 124.5 QBR, and we're all knotted up at 7.
Yeah, these offenses are definitely starting to cook a little bit here. We'll see if Portland can stay hot on their upcoming drive.
For all the league highlights, photo galleries, major and minor league stats and leaderboards, community content, and so much more, check out the league's website at simulationfl.net. Presented by Football Shift. Stay up to date and explore our past, present, and future. So, from the stat truck, Ron Haynes shows us 5 straight drives without a score in the 1st quarter, 2 drives, 2 scores in the 2nd.
Yeah, in Portland, what I noticed that last drive, it was after the Drew Hamilton injury. They seem to start attacking the middle of the field, and we're going to see if they can do that again on this drive.
We'll start with Ezekiel Love up the middle, and that is a tremendous job from Farnsey after it really looked like a lane had opened up for Love, only a gain of a yard.
Yeah, Ezekiel Love, he had a great touchdown run on that last drive, but he really hasn't, we haven't really seen that Ezekiel Love, burst to the outside and pick up big yardage yet.
Jive, deep shot, caught. Michael Knight with his 2nd grab. Another Portland 1st down. Jive is 7 for 11.
Yeah, both of these quarterbacks are really doing a great job of finding their receivers right now, Cam. Michael Knight with another big grab. And Portland, I think we're starting to head to that over 65, Cam.
Both these quarterbacks, top 6 in the league in completion, or top 10 rather, in the league in completion percentage. Brown, 65.4% is 6th. Jive, 64.4% is 7th. As Portland pulls a toss out of their playbook, and Ezekiel Love down the sideline gets a 1st down. There's your long run.
Yeah, Cam, I was about to say, man, they need to table these toss plays on both sides, but Ezekiel Love proved me wrong right there. Breaks through a couple of tackles, picks up 10 yards. Portland, they're back in business.
If you're wondering who's ahead of Brown and Jive, it's Ron Cochran, Marcus Dunhill, Trellis Blanton, Michael Brown, Ashley Jackson. Ron Cochran completing 71% of his passes still. Leads the league. Handoff. Love. Again, not much doing. There is another injury on the field. No. Are they just marking him for no gain? All right. Thought someone got hurt.
I just think you want to see injuries, Cam. I
don't want to see anything. I'm just reading the board. Played a trick on me. 2nd and 10. Jive. Back to pass. All kinds of time. Great job by that offensive line. 1st down to Michael Knight. Knight has really come on strong here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, Michael Knight, what's that 3rd catch for Michael Knight? And moves the chains again for Portland. They have a good hand fighting that, gets off of the corner. Finds open spot in the zone, picks up the 1st down.
Michael Knight, 41 catches this season for 596 yards, a season high of 112 with a touchdown and 7 catches. I'm not going to tell you who that was against because I didn't realize it before I started with the stat, but considering who my partner is, you can put 2 and 2 together. Michael Knight with another catch, 9 yards.
Now, who did he have a great game against, Cam? I'm curious. I have no idea who to speak
That would
of.
be Houston.
Oh, wow. Houston win that game? Probably. Never mind. Let's go. On to other things.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story because, Houston has that as a tiebreaker that still could come into play this season as Ezekiel Love gets the handoff and gets the first down at the 21-yard line. I'll tell you what they are doing, Mike. They are taking a lot of time off this clock. Vancouver may not get the ball back.
Yeah, we've only been together twice this season, and it amazes me how you can still thoughts in my mind. I was going to say the best thing about this drive, a little bit of run, a little bit of pass, but the most important thing is that they're running time off this clock, and they're going to leave Vancouver with very little to work with, when they get the ball back to try to put any points to answer that possible score.
Me and you are like the same guy. That's why we hate each other. We've been over this. As Love picks up 2, and that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 7-7. What a football game. Monday Night Spectaculars are really popping off here at the end of the season. You're watching Week 13's edition right here on the SFL YouTube network, presented by APM Music. Ron Haynes, Gerald Smith, Mike St. Green, the GOAT, Cameron Irvine, here with you.
Finally, some recognition.
Yes, I thought you'd appreciate that. Toss out to Love. 15, 10, Ezekiel Love inside the 5. Love trying to not be denied, but eventually is cut down at the 5. He is wrestling with the Legion down the field on this drive.
And look, don't tell Ezekiel Love that this is not a playoff game. Essentially, for both teams, it is a playoff game, and Ezekiel Love and this Portland offense, they are playing as if it's a playoff game for sure. Another tough run, another first down run for Ezekiel Love. I mean, this Portland offense is really looking strong right now.
First down and goal, a minute and a half to go. Jive going to dump it off. Love in the open field is wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Nice play there from DJ Woods.
Yeah, and Portland, they may not mind that play too much. As we mentioned, they're running clock. They continue to run it down. They're still in good shape. Second and goal from the 5.
Love with a couple of blockers runs into the end zone and carries a member of the Legion with him. Touchdown, Portland.
Yeah, another strong run by Love, and these guys have really put together a couple of nice drives after starting off this game in the first quarter, struggling on offense a little bit.
Just 3 drives total in this second quarter. They've all gone for touchdowns. Portland's an extra point away from going up 7. Extra point is up and good, and it's 14-7 Portland. That extra point, courtesy of Joey Robb. 11-play, 80-yard drive. And the Fleet lead Vancouver 1 minute, 10 seconds with 3 timeouts. Vancouver will evaluate if they want to get aggressive here on the early downs.
We're going to see how Vancouver's going to answer here, Cam. And one note, just seeing that kick, I have to note for later in the game, that's the side of the field I think that it's going to be against the wind. In case a field goal comes into play later on, that's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, we definitely have seen kickoffs much shorter, blowing right to left than we have from left to right this afternoon into evening. 1:05 left, ball's on the 30, decent field positioning. Look, Christian Brown's been pretty good.
Yeah, both quarterbacks have been money so far in this first half. Really nothing to complain about with Christian Brown and Vancouver offense. We'll see how they're going to answer Portland's score.
And that one pick was just a better play from Mark Lopez. It really wasn't on Jive there in one-on-one coverage. They start with a pass. That's McMichaels. That's the first time they've connected with him on that route, and that picks up 5. Vancouver will take their first timeout.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have called a timeout right there, Cam, but just wait and see how this drive is going to go.
Yeah, I was surprised myself.
You leave too much time right there if you don't pick up this first down and give Portland a chance to come back and score.
Killian and Curtis on the outside. Defense shifts. Brown under center, 5 on the play clock. Everybody gets set. Brown going to roll the opposite direction. Christian Brown all the way back across the field. Oh, it's caught. He caught it. How in the world? I thought Majors there for a sec, Mike. Pulled down a one-handed interception. Instead, it's BK12.
BJ12 is probably, that has to be our great hands catch, right, Cam?
Absolutely. That is your nice hands catch of the game, presented by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K23. That was stupid good. Brown this time threw it short, low, and away, and Vancouver will burn their final timeout. They're going to be no huddle from here on out. That was one of Christian Brown's few poor throws of the evening.
Yeah, terrible throw, but great catch to save him there. But you have to burn another timeout because of that. Probably would have been better off letting that hit the ground.
So Vancouver up against it now. No timeouts, trying to get points before the half. They're on their own 45-yard line. Haven't done much with the football here on this drive, but Brown is going to sling it deep. That pass is tipped up in the air and incomplete. Broken up by Lucas Gilbert. The first pass deflection credited to either team tonight, 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that was close to another interception right there, averted right there by Vancouver. That would be disastrous in this situation. It'll be interesting to see if they have a play in bounds here, how they're going to handle this no-huddle situation.
Third and 5. Brown's got 3 to his right. Brown drops back to pass, throws it short, defense all over it. And boy, Portland's going to get the ball back with 3 timeouts. Up 7. That was a bit of a mess.
Yeah, not the best of drives right there from Vancouver Legion, but hey, a great job by the Portland defense. They applied pressure that entire series of downs right there, Cam.
I just watched the BK12 catch in slow motion because I had to see it again. Both guys put one hand up to snag the football, and it was just BK coming down with it. 37 seconds left, ball at their own 11. I would imagine a love run here, and let's hit the half.
I was going to say it's going to be interesting to see how the Fleet handle this from this field position. You don't want to do anything too risky right here, but you do have 3 timeouts. Let's see if they can move the chains, and maybe they'll decide to speed things up. But man, they come out in 3 wide right here.
Jive throws incomplete. Interesting call. Ryan Davis, the intended target, his second look, and so far anyone not named Knight or Adams is 0 for 3.
Yeah, Cam, that was a very interesting play call right there. Right now, I think it's time to call off the dogs and say, hey, yeah, let's get out of here with this lead and going into halftime.
34 seconds. Cyrus Jive gets a blitz, sacked at the 4. And they call a timeout. Fascinating.
Oh, no.
What is there to gain out of this here?
Yeah, very interesting approach to the end of this half from Portland. Come on, Portland, run it and get out of here, and let's not make this disastrous.
Hyper aggressive right now. Definitely don't want to take a safety. Portland, although with their season on the line, they are leaving it all on the field here in this first half as Michael Knight goes in motion. Jive to throw, blitz, they bring 7. Jive nearly got it away, the pass is tipped up in the air and intercepted, being brought back 10, and first down Vancouver with 21 seconds to go. Oh, what were they doing? Emmanuel Blackman with the interception.
Very questionable play call and very questionable approach right there, Cam.
Oh, he got nailed.
Can you fire coaches in this league? Because someone needs to be questioned about that series of down right there for the Fleet. But Vancouver set up nicely. They have an opportunity to take a shot at the end zone here and put up 7. Cyrus
Jive just got, crushed, totally crushed. Now, if you're Vancouver, you got to get down to give your field goal time or your field goal team enough time to get on the field, or you got to get out of bounds or in the end zone. 1st and 10 at the 10. Brown over the middle. That pass is caught. And that's Brett Killian. That should be enough time to get the field goal unit on the field for Vancouver. Their kicker's chance to win. Down to 7 seconds. 20-yard chip shot to end the half. Down to 3, 2, 1. Got it off. Chance to win. Got it. That's the half, and Portland gives up 3 points.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge 3 points, Cam, going into the end of this game, and I'm pretty sure that's going to come into play at some point in this game tonight.
Man, you see it all the time, Mike. I know a couple weeks ago we were talking about, the Miami decision to not take knees against Georgia Tech. I mean, you see it happen in sports where it's just like, what are you doing? In Portland, someone said in the chat, a little cocky, a little feeling themselves a little bit like they know something, and Vancouver put them in their place. That was not the way Portland wanted to end the half. 14-10, the Fleet up 4. Your thoughts on the first half, Mike?
Well played first half by both teams, first of all, but Portland, I think they did a little better job of offensively showing a little balance up until that last series that they had right there, but both teams have looked great. One interception from Portland early in the game by Mark Lopez, but both teams played great. Both defenses started out great in the first quarter, and it's going to be, whoever did this play, that changed momentum going into the second half. We'll see, but both teams playing great, and it's going to be an interesting second half for sure.
Yeah, that was. I mean, we've watched now, Mike, 145 games on this SFL regular season schedule. That end of half drive there from Portland is probably the most shocking, hyper-aggressive drive I've seen all season. There's just no explanation for that, outside of just being cocky and thinking you got something.
Well, one reason for that, maybe they were trying to double up. Obviously, they're getting the ball here to start the third quarter.
Right.
And we'll see what this offense can put on for this drive. Yeah, definitely the short side on with the win right there.
Johnson on the return. And they'll get it up to the 25-yard line. They're lucky they didn't give up a touchdown. I was going to say just give up the safety, and it's 14-9. But at least they only gave up 3. They got the stop. And Vancouver did a nice job of executing that field goal rush, considering that they had no timeouts. Got a good one here. Team stats in the first half, 196 to 158. Portland with the advantage. Both teams allowed a sack. Plays, 37 to 31 in favor of Vancouver. Legion 3 for 7 on third down. Portland 0 for 2. Hand off to Love to start the half. He'll pick up 2 on the play. 13 first downs for Portland, 8 for Vancouver. That pretty much sums up your first half. So look at Coach Hamilton, down 4.
Ezekiel Love, 84 yards in that first half. And Portland coming out, want to pound them again, run clock, and keep that Vancouver offense off the field.
We missed the injury update on Drew Hamilton. My bad on that. We'll check at the end of the third if we don't see him in action here in the second half as Israel Adams over Mark Lopez makes the play, and there was J.J. Winfield deep, so Hamilton is still out of the game. Oh, no, Emmanuel Blackman with the interception. He's now hurt. They've got 4 cornerbacks on this team, but, man, this Vancouver secondary against these Portland receivers getting outworked.
Yeah, that's really going to deplete that secondary for Vancouver. Yeah, a big injury right there. Hopefully these guys can come back in this game because Israel Adams, he's really starting to cook right now, Cam.
Drew Hamilton led the team in tackles coming into the game. Emmanuel Blackman led the team in tackles in this game. Had 4 solo and an assist. This is Jive, back to pass on first down. He steps up and throws an interception. Jive hits Josh Farnsey. 3 different Legion players now with a pick, and Vancouver's got a first down.
This Vancouver defense keeps stepping up. Every time there's an injury, someone else steps up. Josh Farnsey with a big pick right there, and basically going to give Vancouver a chance to double up after that turnover.
My goodness, Cyrus Jive. All of a sudden, QBR plummets to 47. That one again, one-on-one coverage, but looking for Lozano, who lost the matchup. Ryan Davis, Nelson Lozano, no catches on 4 combined targets. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Brown back to pass. Brown steps up, finds Chris Curtis, and that's just what we were talking about in pregame with Mike O'Neill, that soft spot between the corners and safeties, gain of 9.
Yeah, Chris Curtis has actually been doing a good job at finding open spaces here in the last couple of drives. And the thing about Vancouver, they're unfamiliar territory as far as being 5-5 and on the outside looking in, but there's an experienced team and they're cool under pressure. So these guys can handle what the situation right now, being down in a game that they must have.
Second and 1. Hand off. Plenty of room for Logan Lee. Gets the first down. Lee, 23 yards on 7 carries in the first half. A very quiet night for one of the best running backs in the league.
A quiet half for both of the running backs, Cam. They're definitely going to have to get a little more balance, get a little more of this running game going to take a little bit of pressure off of Christian Brown and that Portland pass rush.
Brown's pass nearly intercepted. Joseph Lama stepped in front of that one, so that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Liking the game so far? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action. And help the channel grow through your support. Major SFLM announcement coming on Wednesday. Stay tuned for that as Christian Brown dumps it off, and that goes for nothing. Brody Gulch, one of the best open field tacklers in the league, will force a 3rd and long.
Really hasn't been anything open or available outside of the tackles for Vancouver all game long, and Brody Gulch has been a big part of that.
3rd and 10. Dime look for Portland. They bring 7. Brown, incomplete, as Portland covered it well down the field. Dale McClain and Christian Brown's looking at Logan Lee going, I don't know where they're coming from, man. They got a punt.
This has really been a well-played game on both sides of the ball, Cam. Offenses have looked great at times, and then, man, here we see the both opening drives to start out the second half. Both defense step up big.
Vancouver punts it away. Scott Johnson again will have to call for the fair catch, as he has just had no room on these returns, and both of Vancouver's kickoffs have sailed out of the back of, or near the back of the end zone. Cyrus Jive's going to shake this thing off. Love's having himself a nice night. So is Adams and Knight. But, man, Jive's got to shake the cobwebs.
They've definitely got to forget, those past couple of throws and get back on track and see if he can get this passing game going again.
Jive throws. Wow, that was almost picked off too. And Nelson Lozano probably saved his quarterback on that one, a 2-yard gain.
Nelson Lozano basically became the defensive back on that one because he saved a pick 6 for sure on that play, I think, Cam.
2nd down, 8. Michael Knight in motion, 4 catches, 56 yards. Jive going to throw. Jive, incomplete. There's a flag. Farnsey was in coverage. I think they might have gotten him on the PI. First penalty of the night.
Definitely looked like he was a little early on that one. Made a little contact with Nelson Lozano. 1st down, Portland. Really a big 1st down right here. It helps them, eat some clock and move the chains.
Impeded his route a bit. Hard to tell from that angle, but Vancouver's mess with penalty yards still continues. They have now been penalized 253 yards this season. That is last in the SFL, their 19th penalty, but an average of over 10 yards a flag. No bueno. Jive back to pass, and another one.
Oh, wow.
So Vancouver's linebackers getting a little too physical out here. Marquise Reed called for the infraction.
A little bit too aggressive, a little bit too, overactive. Wanting to pick up the first, pick up an interception or pick. And these guys are getting a little bit too aggressive and picking up flags and giving them easy first downs.
That's one way to continue a drive, right, Mike? First down to the 38. I think Vancouver's getting aggressive because they've gotten 3 picks, and they can feel the blood in the water, but flagged a couple of times there as Farnsey cleans up Ezekiel Love. No gain as he drops him at the line of scrimmage.
We put in a call to the Jax data people and see if I can still get a bet on the under.
Yeah. I wonder what that live line is right now.
It's definitely not over 65.5, that's for sure, and probably lower than that for the second half total.
Jive, 2nd and 10. Escapes to his right and fires to Ryan Davis for the first down. So on this drive, Mike, after Davis and Nelson Lozano did not have a catch in the first half, both of them have caught passes. Look at that. Beautifully done by Ryan Davis. He almost cut his route off to sit in the soft spot of the zone.
Yeah, nice kind of little almost like a rub route, but it wasn't a man defense, but they did a nice job. Israel Adams crossing and Davis hitting the outside, and great job of Cyrus Giants finding him.
1st and 10 now for Portland. 6:12 to go in the third quarter. 14-10. Fleet protecting a 4-point advantage in a good one here to end week 13. Handoff to Ezekiel Love. He got charged up, ready to take it to J.J. Winfield, but Winfield, who's in for the injured Hamilton, holds his own. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, I really thought Love was going to get more than that. It was really about 5 yards deep before he was touched on that one. And I would like to see a little bit more of Love. It's like Portland have gotten a little pass happy, and Love hasn't done much here in the third quarter.
And off, Love, no gain. 3rd and 5.
Yeah, with good reason for that, but they hadn't done much. This run defense of Vancouver's done a great job of shutting them down here as well. So, and we've seen Portland, like I said, get a few more targets involved. We're going to see I would like to see maybe go back to Michael Knight. He had a solid start in the first half. Let's see what he can do here on 3rd down.
Jive against a blitz. Pump fake, didn't see it coming. Wow. Sacked. Michael Lister with the sack for the Legion defense, and they get the stop.
Yeah, big stop right there by Vancouver. Great blitz, just totally untouched with the big sack. Portland's going to have to punt here. Vancouver with a chance to take the lead on this drive.
Michael Lister's first sack of the season, according to our research packet, the first sack by anyone in Vancouver's secondary in this campaign. There's a flag on the punt, as Killian is cut down at the 21-yard line.
Interesting to see what that one is.
It's a block in the back. They're calling it on 90.
Oh, it's on Portland, yeah.
And there's no review, so that they were at the 12, weren't they? Did they decline that penalty?
Yeah, penalty decline, first down on the fair catch punt.
Yeah, so Vancouver likes their field position. No, they don't want to have them punt it again. First down on the 22-yard line for Vancouver. No harm, no foul there for Portland. Toss out to Logan Lee. Ran away from the blitz. Logan Lee's got numbers on the outside. Logan Lee too fast for Brody Goetz. Down the sideline, 50, 40. Derek Majors is chasing. I don't think he's got the angle. And Logan Lee's going to score. Portland brought the blitz, and Vancouver ran away from it.
Huge play there from the Vancouver Legion. Portland coming on the blitz on the opposite side. Logan Lee broke a tackle or two and basically was off to the races after that. And that's the first time we've really seen that toss play of Vancouver's go for huge yardage.
A 78-yard touchdown run as Chris Stock got blown up by Logan Lee. More rushing yards on that play than Vancouver had the entire game. And just like that, the Legion have taken the lead, and they've scored 9, 10 pending the extra point unanswered, dating back to that first half debacle.
It's kind of strange to say that Vancouver's in the lead here, because to me it kind of seemed like Portland's had control of the game up until now. So it's going to be interesting to see how they respond to being down for the first time.
That is the longest play from scrimmage for the Legion this season. The previous long was a 62-yarder from Lee, and Vancouver is up. And I'm with you, Mike. It has felt like Portland has been in control this entire game, but the cracks started to show at the end of the second quarter. They don't do anything to expand on their lead. That goes back to that Michael Lister sack. And then Logan Lee does the rest. Scott Johnson, first opportunity to return a kick tonight, and he'll get past the 26-yard line. But think about who stepped up in this game, Mike. We've had Josh Farnsey with the pick right after the Blackman injury. We've had Winfield make a couple of key tackles. You've got Michael Lister with his first sack of the season. They've done it all with Blackman and Hamilton out of the game right now.
Yeah, and I was going to say, make no mistake about it, a lot of credit goes to this Vancouver defense for what they've done to keep them in this ball game and keep Portland off of the board and give the offense a chance to come back and take the lead the way that they have.
And Papatonis, your league leader in sacks, has nothing on the board. That Portland's offense has done a good job containing him as well, but it's been the rest of that defense making plays. A 2-yard pickup will bring up 2nd and 8.
And also, Cam, now start to come into my thoughts also, how much that momentum switch at the end of the first half is coming into play also, right now also. That's 10 unanswered by the Fleet. By Vancouver.
4 minutes to go in the third. Cyrus Jive had time. Pinball incomplete, looking for Knight. They're starting to close down on him as well. Now down to just 4 catches on 7 targets. 3rd and 8. This could be a dangerous 3 and out here for Portland.
Yeah, it's going to be an important third down here, probably the most important third down of the game. It's going to be important. They need to move the sticks right here. Keep that Vancouver offense on the sidelines.
13 of 21 for 161 yards. Jive. Pass is caught. Man, Nelson Lozano saved Cyrus's skin again as that pass nearly sailed over Nelson's head. First down, Portland.
A huge pickup right there. Nelson Lozano coming down with a big catch. Moves the chains like a little crossing route on the outside there. Sets down, and Cyrus Jives find him. Move the chains, first down.
Will Stern on the stop. Love, 93 yards on 18 carries for 2 touchdowns. Carry number 19. Love past the 45 and gets to midfield. A gain of about 12. That's near his game high. First down, Portland.
As near his game high, 10 yards at a time. Obviously, that never hurt anyone. But we need to, Portland, they need to see Ezekiel Love do what Logan Lee just did on the previous drive and maybe put together a big one.
.308 to go, third quarter. Ezekiel Love picks up 2. Gerald Giudice with the stop. Bring up a 2nd down and 8 coming up. The stage is set for the final weekend of the regular season. Saturday, the Central Division winner will finally be decided with all 4 teams in action at 9 p.m. Eastern, plus the most hyped battle of the season Monday night when 10-1 Alamo City visits 11-0 Fort Worth. For the full list of games and playoff ramifications, visit simulationfl.net. Hand off to Love. Love's going to pick up near a first down. There's your Houston ref, St. Green.
That was a nice little sidestep right there to slip that tackle from Josh Fonzie, and it picks up another 10 yards.
To be fair to the refs, his back was to the line of scrimmage and the ball was on the opposite side of him. So he may, in fact, have been short. This is a huge third down right ahead of the Vancouver 39-yard line. Handoff, Love, first down, more room, poor angle, Love, 30-25, down to the 24-yard line before Farnsey finally brings him down. And now it's Portland's back, getting things moving for the offense.
Yeah, Portland really needed to get this running game going again, Cam, and what better person to have on your team than Ezekiel Love to do exactly that. Another huge run, another huge first down Now Portland's operating right outside of the red zone.
Ezekiel Love had plenty of phenomenal performances this season as he picks up a couple on that reception. His top game was against San Diego, rushed for 233 on September 2nd, up to 130 right now.
Yeah, not surprising to see those type of numbers from Love, and they're going to keep feeding him the rock and attempt to take the lead in this ball game.
Jive to throw. Jive, hit, stays on his feet. The pass is incomplete. Looking for Israel Adams. When Vancouver has been able to get pressure on Jive, he hasn't done many smart things with the football, and now it's 3rd and long.
A great press from Vancouver. Also a great job of Jive of getting away from that a little bit. But as you mentioned, when Vancouver has brought the pressure, Jive has really struggled, seeing downfield.
3rd and 8. Jive, clean pocket against a 4-man rush. Caught! Michael Knight, first down. He took a big hit, too, at the 8-yard line from Mark Lopez. Another 3rd down conversion for Portland here in the 3rd.
Yeah, that's a huge Michael Knight sighting, Cam. We hadn't heard much from him since early in the first half. And there he is, finding that nice seam on the little post route right there, right up the middle. Huge hit by Lopez to take him down. First down for Portland.
That offensive line of Portland, Warren, Fat the Third, Spencer, and Taylor kept Jive clean on that one. Gave him time. 1st and goal. Under a minute to go in the 3rd. Portland trying to retake the lead with a touchdown. Tie the game with a field goal. Love gets the handoff. Gets a couple on the play. Another tackle from Woods, his 5th.
These linebackers of Vancouver, they've done a great job, actually, this whole front 7, but the linebackers have been extremely active and making a big difference in the game tonight.
Portland needs a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. Handoff, Love, and got it. Touchdown, Portland. They retake the lead, and we're back and forth in Oregon.
Nice answer drive from the Fleet. The extra point going to go up 4 points, and Cam, they are setting us up for a tremendous 4th quarter here on the penultimate Monday night spectacular of the season.
Man, that knee was real close to being down there before the ball crossed the plane. A lot closer than I thought it was. I don't think we'll get a challenge. I think he was still across, but ooh, it was scary.
Take it from me, Cam. He made it.
Extra point from Rob is good. 21-17, 25 seconds to go in the 3rd. 12 plays, 74-yard, 4-minute, 4-second drive. It's the Fleet up 4. Now available, free to download. You can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K 23 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com. Search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23. Retroid, the official console of the SFL, as Brett Killian gets the ball up to the 24-yard line.
And that was interesting, Cam. I thought maybe he was going to take a knee there. He's going to have to take that walk of shame back to the sidelines if he didn't get that past the 20-yard line there.
Portland 315 to 252 in total offense, 55 to 44 in total plays. 21 to 9 in first downs. 21 first downs in 3 quarters. That's hard to do.
That's amazing.
Brown wide open. Brown's got McMichaels run into the end zone. Is he going to be caught? 15, 10, 5. They got the lead right back. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I think they are setting us up for incredible last 12 minutes or so of this ball game, Cam. Wow. Got
Total
confused
confusion
on the coverage. Yeah, definitely got confused on the coverage. Big touchdown pass, 75 yards plus. Vancouver back on top.
Stephen McMichaels with his 3rd touchdown of the season, his 2nd in the last 3 games. His season high for yardage was 88 in week 1 against Alamo City. He's up to 105 here in the first half. or in this ball game, and Vancouver goes up 24-21. Unreal.
Now, what you say if you're Portland after that, last long methodical drive? It's like, man, we got to go back to the drawing board and do that all over again with this possession and attempt to take the lead or tie the game going into the fourth quarter.
The last two drives for Vancouver, one play, 78 yards, fumble, and it's recovered by Vancouver with 6 seconds to go in the quarter. It's Emmanuel Blackman, who was hurt earlier in the game, with the fumble recovery on special teams.
That was definitely not what the doctor ordered for Portland, for the Portland Fleet, but on the other hand, what the doctor ordered for Vancouver for sure. Now they have a chance to make this thing snowball a little bit on the Fleet, and if they can score right here, it's going to be really uphill climb for Portland.
Fumble forced by DJ Woods. Vancouver leads the turnover differential 4-0. Up 3 now with the ball. Brown's pass caught by Curtis over the middle, pickup of 7, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter of play. What a game! Vancouver's up 24-21 as the Monday Night Spectacular rolls on. Don't go anywhere. Chris Curtis, read us our rights.
This presentation of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Start of the fourth quarter here alongside Gerald Smith and Ron Haynes, Mike St. Green. I'm Cameron Irvine. 24-21 Vancouver leads Portland right now, trying to snap a 3-game losing streak against their Pacific Division rivals, put them on the inside track for a playoff spot. All they would need most likely is a win next week against Seattle to secure it if they can come away with a victory here tonight as Sawyer Stern goes in motion on a 2nd down and 3 to start the quarter following a Scott Johnson fumble on the opening kickoff. One of the best returners, if not the best in the league, and Logan Lee's going to be wrapped up by Brody Gold short of the line again. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, this is going to be the absolute biggest 3rd down of the game for the Portland defense. They need to stop Vancouver right here and at least force a field goal attempt.
3rd and 2. Portland's defense will back off. Rush just 4. Sit in the flats and make the tackle. A totally different approach from Portland than what we're used to seeing on 3rd down. Brody Gulch again, his 8th tackle will force a field goal.
Yeah, great third down call right there. These guys back off. Christian Brown kind of wasn't expecting that. Tried to dump it off into the flat, and then Brody Gulch continues his great night and come up with a great tackle.
35-yard field goal for a chance to win. Drifting right, but it is good. 27-21. The Legion on a 4-play, 7-yard drive. So they've had 3 straight scoring drives, Mike, without getting a first down. Like, how does that happen?
Well, a 1-play drive and another 2 or 3-play drive. That's how you get that done. But at the end of the day, that was a win for that Portland defense. They come away down 6 with an opportunity to come back and tie this game up. But this Vancouver defense, they've been playing lights out this entire second half, and we'll see what the Portland offense can come up with.
And Johnson takes a knee. I mean, look, Mike, 4-0. You're losing the turnover differential, and you're only down 6. Not a time to panic. Portland's got everything in front of them.
Yeah, definitely not a time to panic. You have, majority of the fourth quarter left. You still have the option of being able to run the ball with Ezekiel Love. So your entire offense is open to you right now.
Handoff, Love got a lot of space. Got the first down right at the 30-yard line. Vancouver has 2 sacks, 3 interceptions, and a forced fumble, all by 6 different players on this defense tonight.
Yeah, this Vancouver defense has been playing fantastically, but Ezekiel Love right there, probably an unnecessary spin at the end of that. Probably could have broke through for a big run.
Handoff, Scott Johnson out of the backfield. He picks up 6. And Portland, after all the funniness with the turnover game tonight, it's not that Jive has played terribly, but can tell Portland definitely not wanting to give the game away this early.
No, definitely not. And if you're going to rest Ezekiel Love, what better option to go to than Scott Johnson?
Hand off, Love got the first down. 8:12 left. Portland not going to be able to run this entire fourth quarter out, but they're sure going to try. Down 6. They need a touchdown to win.
It'll be an interesting approach if they can milk a lot of clock, score a touchdown, go ahead, and then put a lot of pressure on that Vancouver offense to come back and make another, quick drive, quick touchdown.
Love takes the handoff, running behind the big fullback, breaks a tackle. There he goes. Love 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Oh, I hope you didn't take the live under because we're getting silly with the points. Touchdown, Portland.
Or you could just score in one play later, Cam, instead of putting together a long, methodical drive. I mean, these guys are just contradicting everything that I'm saying up here in the booth.
It's hard to predict when you have two offenses that are this good. And we saw both defenses, all night tonight have really they've really played valiantly. But when push comes to shove, these are the strengths of these teams, and that's what's shown up in the second half. A 58-yard touchdown run, and Love is killing it again, approaching his season high of 233.
Yeah, and he's putting his name in the hat to possibly try to crack that 2,000-yard mark for the season with one game left to play next week.
7:45 left in the fourth, 28-27. Portland now leads Vancouver by 1, and there is so much more time for points. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League as Mel Davis lays out Sunseri on the return. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. All right. 5 of the last 6 drives have resulted in points. The only drive that didn't was Portland's fumble on the kickoff.
Yeah, I think both of these defenses are probably tiring a little bit, Cam, as we get later into this game.
Brown dumped that off short, miscommunication. I don't think Stern was looking for the football as Brown got rid of it to avoid a sack. Brings up second down and 10. Brown's updated numbers 19 of 27, 215, 2 touchdowns, no picks, QBR 118.
Stern looked like he was kind of looking to block there, thinking it was a run play, and Brown was looking to throw it to him.
Second and 10, 7:38 left. Brown fires, caught. Brett Killian, that's who you trust. His 5th grab of the evening. That's now 3 different receivers for Vancouver with at least 5 receptions.
And Brett Killian, he was blanketed by Chris Stack right there, and look at that, comes through, reaches right in front, makes the catch. And Vancouver coming up with a big first down in this huge drive midway through this fourth quarter.
Brown 20 of 28, 229 yards. He's been great. Logan Lee, 109 yards on 10 carries, takes a carry there, but it's blown up. A 4-yard loss. That was all Joseph Lama. He won't get the tackle. That'll go to Ricky Phillips for the TFL, but look at Lama right there. Just totally took out the fullback.
Joseph Lama did a great job there blowing up Sawyer Stern, turning the play inside and allowing for Ricky Phillips to clean him up.
6:50 to go after the 4-yard loss. By the way, besides Lee's 78-yard touchdown run, he has 27 yards on 10 carries. Second and 14. Brown, deep drop back, nearly sacked. That pass is incomplete. Bernard Smith jarred the ball loose from Chris Curtis. It's 3rd and long.
Bernard Smith, the veteran of a few seasons here in the SFL, comes through with a big hit. He's been a great safety for his years in this league, comes up with a big play right there to bring up a huge third down for Vancouver.
3rd and 14. Vancouver 3 for 9 on third down tonight. They are 0 for 2 in the second half. Roll out Brown. Against a little bit of pressure, Brown's pass is caught. First down, Zorro Lunar with the grab, his second of the game, and maybe the biggest of the season for Vancouver.
And flinging Christian Brown coming through with another huge third down conversion. It looks like he may have been looking out to the flats right there, saw that it was covered, and picks up Zorro Lunar on a big first down play, and it gets him across midfield.
Lunar 10 catches in his first 10 games as a member of the Legion. Had 4 catches against Portland in their last matchup, a season high. Toss out to Robert Redford. Redford gets rid of 2. Robert Redford's got a first down the sideline to the 31-yard line.
Huge run there by Robert Redford. Brody Coates was on the pursuit, could not catch up to him. Robert Redford's, plenty rested, Cam. He's hasn't had only 6 attempts in this game, and comes through with a big first down run.
It really does feel, Mike, like it's whoever has the ball last, right?
Yeah, it's really starting to seem that way, and like these defenses, they look gassed here in the second half, and but Vancouver, they're putting together a strong drive.
Black Tiger Visuals, welcome to the chat. That pass is incomplete. It was a forward pass, looking for Curtis in the flat. 2nd and 10. 2K4 is correct in the chat.
They're a little tired, but they are coming through, man, with some big hits and some big plays at key points in this game.
3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. What a football game. 5:47 left. Toss left, Redford has had some success, and Derek Majors cuts him down again.
They're coming up big again, another huge third down. Look for the tight ends in the seam, in the slots, and definitely look for Chris Curtis on the outside. They're probably looking for a soft spot in the zone.
3rd and 9. They are really backed off of him here, bottom of the screen. Christian Brown back to pass. Brown fires middle, pass caught inside the 10. Brett Killian dragging defenders down to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal.
Yeah, another huge play right down the hash marks right there. Brett Killian coming through big again, and Vancouver setting themselves up nicely on a 1st and goal, looking to go ahead and take the lead in this ball game.
23-yard pass to Killian. He's up to 84 yards on 6 receptions. Curtis has 51 yards on 6 receptions. McMichaels with his 105 on 5 grabs. 1st and goal. Flip out Lee. Logan Lee, 1 man to beat. Logan Lee is ushered out of bounds. Nice job by Bernard Smith, not getting run over and making sure Lee steps out. 2nd and goal.
A nice job by Bernard there to not give up that touchdown. Runs them out of bounds.
Stops the clock.
Sets up a 2nd and goal for Vancouver.
Running behind this big old offensive line. Changing the play. Now Stern in motion. 2nd and goal. Three on the play clock. Blanco pitches it out. Logan Lee, touchdown. I thought for a moment there, St. Green, we were going to see Austin Blanco complete his first pass for a touchdown in this one, but Logan Lee scores, and now Vancouver has a decision to chase points right now or to kick the end. It feels like there's so much time left in this game.
You know my philosophy on chasing points. I don't like to do it too early, but under 5 minutes is maybe a time to do it and assure themselves of not going down if Portland would have come back and scored a touchdown.
Michael Prokoga with a beautiful block. Vancouver is going to go for 2 to try and go up a full 7 points. Here on the road in Portland, trying to eliminate their Pacific rivals, the Portland Fleet, once again from the playoffs. I formation, they're going to run it, and the handoff is short. Stuffed. Logan Lee did not get it. We'll try and get a number on that defensively. That was brilliant.
Yeah, I didn't pick up a number there, Cam. It looked like it could have possibly been number 99, Ricky Phillips, but I wasn't 100% sure on that one.
We got it in slow-mo over here for our stat crew. That kick is out of the back of the end zone. So just what you were saying, Mike, the wind is in the face of Portland, although they need a touchdown here anyway. You were right, St. Green. Great call. Ricky Phillips, with that stop, saves the 2 points.
And that could possibly be huge right here. This is probably winner take all right here on this drive, Cam. 4:48 left. What can Portland do on this possession?
4:48 left. Feels like all the time in the world in this football game as Ezekiel Love takes the handoff and picks up 5.
Yeah, Portland, they have opportunity. With a lot of time left, as you mentioned, take your time. Don't panic. Your full offense is still open to you right here. You don't have to get in too big of a hurry.
4:26 to go. Jive going to throw. Jive is sacked. Wow. Thrown backwards. It'll be 3rd and 10. And that's J.J. Winfield, who's in for Drew Hamilton with the sack.
J.J. Winfield, probably the biggest play of his career to date. A huge sack right there, the huge time in this fourth quarter. Great play by the Vancouver defense.
Winfield coming into the game, 4 tackles, no sacks. This secondary had 0 sacks. They have 2 today. 3rd and 10 now. Jive to throw. Clean pocket. Cyrus Jive. Incomplete. It's 4th and 10. Got a punt, right?
Yeah, I think you have to punt right here, Cam, and see if your defense can
field goal makes it
a
8-point game, so got that going for you. Yeah, they'll punt.
You have to punt and play defense right here. But, man, this Vancouver secondary, they've really stepped up, with the injuries that they've had. 3 interceptions on the night, and they've done a fantastic job of controlling this Portland offense for most of the second half.
Killian will get the ball up to the 48-yard line. 3:44 left. Now Portland needs a big-time stop. And I just got to say, Mike, look, I call out positives when I see it. Both coaching staffs of this team, this is why we talk about controller-less. We talk about, all the flaws in humanity. But this is why people are good for coaching sometimes. Both teams. It's just phenomenal game tonight. It's just been terrific to watch.
Yeah, both staff did a great job. Came in well prepared for this game, and it's playing out right here in front of us tonight on the screen.
Christian Brown's pass is caught, so Vancouver comes out aggressive. McMichaels with his 6th grab. I don't mind Vancouver in this spot because Christian Brown has been awesome.
Yeah, Slinging Christian, as I love to call him. He's done a great job here in this game. 23 out of 33, 278 yards. He's looking to eclipse that 300-yard mark on this drive.
Why play conservative? A touchdown wins the game. Shuts the door on the fleet. McMichaels goes in motion. 3:12 to go and counting. Toss. Lee, a lot of space. And Logan Lee stays in bounds. What a play by Lee to shove Bernard Smith right in the abdomen for a first down.
First down right there, Cam. Now Vancouver can get into the, play the clock game right now. They can run it all the way down and force Portland. To start burning some timeouts and as well as go up 8 or even go up 2 scores.
Benham totally backwards. Poor leverage there from Smith. Out-muscled on that play. Vancouver now in the driver's seat, approaching field goal range. Brown rolls outside. Brown fires pass is incomplete. What a play by Bernard Smith. That looked as safe as you can get, intended for Curtis.
Yeah, Bernard Smith, he's really come on strong here these past couple of plays here and has done a great job of knocking that ball away.
2nd down. Christian Brown, 23 of 34, QBR of 112. Flip out. Logan Lee got rid of one. Brought down by Gilbert. 3rd and 5. That should take us to the 2-minute warning. This is it.
It's going to take us to the 2-minute warning, Cam, more than likely, but essentially this is the ball game right here on this 3rd and 5. A first down, they can close it out. 4th field goal, Portland still has a chance to come back and tie it.
3rd and 5. Vancouver's going to snap it. Christian Brown, deep shot, wide open. Brett Killian down to the 8-yard line. First down to the 2-minute warning. Vancouver trusting in Christian Brown. He is delivering.
Yeah, another huge play. Christian Brown to Brett Killian brings him to 297 yards on the day. And now it's going to be interesting to see if they start kneeling or if they
you can't kneel.
Just try to run it. You know, it's going to be interesting to see right here if Portland can bowl their necks and keep them out of the end zone and have a shot here at the end.
Portland can burn all 3 of their timeouts. They are, because they're in goal-to-goal situation, but they cannot give up a touchdown. McMichaels goes in motion. What a drive from Vancouver. Killian and McMichaels over 100 yards now, along with Lee. Lee takes the pitch. He is smashed by Mel Davis, and Portland will call their first timeout.
A big hit there by Mel Davis to stop Logan Lee there. First timeout. We'll see if they can keep Vancouver out of the end zone.
Gut check time right here, man. 8 in the box for Portland. Stern shifts over to the right. That's where they're going. Logan Lee behind some blockers. Logan Lee's going to score! Touchdown, Vancouver. They may have just put it on ice.
Yeah, another strong run by Logan Lee. He's really come on strong here in the second half, Cam. Vancouver needed this run for this running game to wake up, and he has responded accordingly. Puts Vancouver up 2 scores and possibly put this game on ice.
Dale McClain stumbles over his own man, Brody Gulch, who got blocked. Essentially, it's like a double block there for Vancouver. Who got that block on the outside? It was actually the stiff arm that helped bring down Dale McClain. Logan Lee with the touchdown, a 7-play, 53-yard drive for Vancouver. Now, the game is not totally over. Portland has 2 timeouts. They could still recover an onside kick. Plenty of time, but Vancouver in the second half has scored 30 of their 40 points.
I beg to differ, Cam. This game is officially over.
Really? Are you trying to jinx somebody out here right now?
Well, it's over of 65.5.
Ah! That was very clever, because that went right over my head. You're right. We did hit the over after all. Jack's data must get so mad at broadcasters that are like, what are they talking about? They don't know what they're doing. And then, that happens.
It's time to give Jack's data their flowers. I mean, these guys are usually right on the money with the information that they give us.
Cyrus Jive throws a pick! Wow. Oh, man! Right to the target. That was Michael Lister, who has a sack and a pick tonight. Oh, my gosh.
Well, Cam, it's officially over and actually over. Great pick right there. Fifth turnover of the day for the Vancouver defense. Great job by this defense, shutting down the Portland offense. And Vancouver, they're going to live to fight another day and have a chance to possibly clinch a playoff spot next week.
Mike, it's looking more and more likely that a 7-5 team could miss the playoffs again. Vancouver, Louisiana, San Diego, Vegas, DC, Charleston are all 6-5 heading into week 14, and 2 of them are on the outside looking in currently of the playoffs as Portland will have to exhaust their final timeouts and hope they can force a field goal that would keep it a 2-score game. But, that's the devastating news tonight as Vancouver throws their hat in the ring with a huge game against Seattle next Saturday.
And we've seen that the past couple of seasons, Cam, where, hey, it was 6-6 with you would be in the mix over the history of this league. But now, if you're not making that 7-5 mark, you are more than likely going to be on the outside looking in. And even at 7-5, I think we had last season a couple of teams not make the playoffs at 7-5. So the SFL is getting tougher and tougher to just be, let's just say, a average team and get into the playoff hunt.
Unless you're in the Central, which, hey, look, I'm not knocking this.
We won't speak on Central right now.
Third and one.
That may upset some folks.
This is the game. 3rd and 1 right here. Portland needs a stop to hold them to 3. They don't get it. Logan Lee is going to score again. And just like Tim Hackett predicted, they're going to make this look way more lopsided than it was. Lee and the Legion pouring it on in Portland.
What a fantastic second half by Logan Lee. 4 touchdowns. And you mentioned earlier in this half, Cam, about how that this Vancouver running game was coming into the second half, and Logan Lee, ever since that one long touchdown run he's exploded, and Portland has not had an answer for him the rest of the night.
This Vancouver Legion team has a ton of talent. They are starting to put it together. Hamilton crediting Brett Killian and Mark Lopez for their work in the coaching room this week, and it has taken a village for the Legion to get to this point, but they are here. And for Portland, Mike, they're going to miss it again. They've been so close every time you think, maybe this is going to be their year. It just never seems to happen. Of course, they were dealt a terrible blow at the beginning of the season when owner Jacob Bouvette lost his house in a wildfire. That campaign to help the Bouvette family is still up on simulationfl.net. If you feel so compelled to do so. But they've tried to rally, but it just hasn't worked out once more, and it's disheartening for the Fleet because they just can't seem to get over that hump and find their way into the postseason.
Yeah, and Cam, as you know, we've spoken to Jacob Bouvette before, and Portland, they are, one of my favorite organizations in this league since their inception. I think they're one of the best run organizations in this league. So I'm really always rooting for these guys. So it's another tough pill to swallow for these guys. But, I know they'll bounce back. They have a great front office, great organization. They should be back strong next season. But speak on the Vancouver Legion, Cam. This is one team I would think the rest of the league, considering they're not division winners and on the outside looking in at the moment, that you don't want to see this team in the playoffs. They're explosive, they're experienced, they make it in the playoff. They typically always get out of the first round. So this is one team you definitely don't want to meet if you have to see them in the playoffs in a couple of weeks.
Ryan Davis with the catch. And look, any team this deep roster-wise, Minnesota's the same way. The last thing that any 5 seed wants to see is that pass is incomplete, is a Minnesota team as the 12 seed, because they just have so much talent. They have such a good roster. Vancouver's roster is just bursting with talent. And if they can realize their full potential, imagine this, St. Green. Imagine Vancouver plays Seattle next week and beats them. Seattle goes into the playoffs on a 2-game losing streak, and all of a sudden reevaluating what's going on in their season. It could get wild as Adams gets a first down catch.
And as you mentioned, Vancouver's roster, I think that makes me think all the way back to the draft.
Oh, yeah.
When a lot of teams, they were, kind of settling for what they had. Vancouver, they were making trades, picking up players, picking up roster spots. And it's kind of shown today as you see a JJ Winfield come through with a big sack, and the depth of that defense really helped them with a couple of injuries happening tonight.
And look, Vancouver won that draft because when you look at the upcoming class, they just don't have the talent and the depth that the other. The last class was probably the most talented draft class in SFL history, and Vancouver played a big role in that as Adams gets it up to the 31-yard line. Portland is still fighting here, although they are running out of time.
I'm going to lean towards the season 15 draft, but I'm biased.
I mean, there have been a lot of great drafts. I'm too old now, Mike, to remember every single moment of everything that's happened in this league like I used to be.
That's why I'm here.
Who else was picked?
I'm here to remember the stuff that you forget.
Who else besides you was picked in the season 15 draft?
Let's see. Ace Fennick was taken in that draft.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I want to say David Hall was taken number 1 in that draft.
Yeah, that was a good pick too.
Yeah, I know stuff.
I'm glad you're here, Mike. Gets it to the 32-yard line. That's Michael Knight. 26 seconds left. And they'll spike it on 4th down. Portland will probably kick the field goal here. Make it a 2-score game. I know it's moot point at this point, but that's what I would do. I think that's what they're going to do.
We'll see. They're
No.
going to go for it.
I thought they might kick it.
Why you're not coaching, Cam? You just gave these coaches all the credit, and now you're trying to tell them how to coach.
You're the only one.
These guys can
finish
their job.
You are the only one right now that could give me crap like that on the air and me not come down there and say something. 4th and 4. Jive back to pass, trying to keep the game alive. Incomplete off the hands of Lozano Jr. And that's a wrap. Look at who it is. Michael Lister on the pass deflection. Give that guy the game ball. He's been amazing.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job since coming in and making plays, making the sack, closing out the game right there. But yeah, really, just overall, as I mentioned earlier, this Vancouver defense has done a fantastic job, in particular the front 7 and those linebackers of, getting after those fleet running backs. And they've just done a great job this entire game.
Look, they gave up 28 points, 452 yards, and 27 first downs, but it never really felt like it, did it? Because they just kept making play after play after play all night long in the critical moments of this football game.
Yeah, as we mentioned, it seemed like Portland were in control of this game, and then things kind of flipped right there at the end of the half with the interception, and they got the 3 points, and they came out. Portland had the ball and didn't move it, and before you know it, Logan Lee is running crazy in the second half.
Big shout-outs to Ron Haynes and Gerald Smith in our stats truck. They were phenomenal all night long, helping us stay true to what was going on the field. Here's a look at your final stats. 25 first downs officially for Portland, who ended up 3 for 8 on 3rd down. That was a big deal in this game. Look at the average field position, Mike. Doubled up Portland. Vancouver starting it on their average of their own 40-yard line, 5-0 in turnovers. You're not going to hardly ever win games like that. Who's your player of the game, St. Green?
I guess the easy choice would be Logan Lee, right? But I'm going to go with another player on offense, and I'm going to give my game ball to Christian Brown, because what he did, and basically did a great job of always in the 3rd down situation, seeming to find an open man, throwing for almost 300 yards, 24 out of 35 with an almost 70% completion rate. I got to give it to my man Christian Brown. Did a great job of helping keeping a balanced offense and keeping the chains moving in big 3rd down situations.
I'll give a co-game ball to Michael Lister and Emmanuel Blackman. Blackman coming back into the game. He forced a fumble and got an interception in this one, and then Lister with a sack, his first of the season, and a pick and a pass breakup at the end on 4th down. For all of us at the SFL, he's Mike St. Green. I'm Cameron Irvine. Have a great night, everybody. Dave, we'll see you next week, and get ready for Week 14 madness just around the corner. Good night, everybody.